again, oh God. Lord, we missed this platform, and oh God, we're hungry for more, oh God. So thank you, Lord, for bringing back Dr. Ruth Ann safely, oh God. And thank you, oh God, for her strength that she will be able to do this tonight, oh God. Thanks for all the participants who are on their way and who is here right now. So we thank you, Lord, for everything. Amen.
Amen and amen. Thank you so much, Mava. Queen Mava. So, guys, yes, welcome, welcome, welcome to tonight's show. Facebook, YouTube, the persons that are with us live. We are here to talk about an amazing company that, to me is a secret because not many people know about it. And I know that sounds insane because the company has been around for 13 years, but it's still a secret. It's so crazy, isn't it? And it's not a secret because it doesn't have amazing formulations, because it does. And I'm going to probably share my testimony down to the end of tonight's presentation. But we are here looking for entrepreneurial leaders. And I know that if you are logging in, if you're clicking on the YouTube link, if you're on my Facebook page, you're one of those individuals. You're saying, okay, you know what? Maybe it's time. And or maybe you're that person sitting on the fence saying, should I watch it? I don't know. But if you are, we are looking to expand our business internationally, locally, wherever you are. We want the business to come to you. So today we'll be talking about health, time, money, and opportunity. Those are the 4 steps, okay? And I just want to give you some stats. So we know what's happened over the past 2 years. It's just been like crazy insanity. We've had to just push through. A lot of us have had to pivot in business and pivot in life because so many things have transpired. So this is just a few stats. So 207 million people have lost their jobs. And listen, dire poverty increased by 8 million people in the world. Like it's total insanity. 52 million jobs were lost and 122 million people are currently looking for a job. Okay. The world economy, well, listen, the world growth decreased. Gasoline went up. Now it's kind of leveling out, right? But basic food increased, not the nutrients in the food now, and interest rates went up. So everything just kept going up as death went down. What was happening around the world went down. So some more stats. Diabetes, 422 million people worldwide have diabetes. 20 million suffer with cancer. 16% worldwide have had heart disease, okay, heart attack diseases. This is insane. And that increased by 345%. Like what? That's insanity. Hold on one second, guys. I have to take this call. Hold on, please. I am so sorry about that, guys. You know, when those emergency calls come in, you just have to drop everything. I'm so sorry. So, as it says, guys, these are some stats. The 422 million with diabetes, to me, that is so absolutely insane. But it stems from what? What we're eating. And death by stroke is 11% worldwide. And I know in some instances, heart attack is up in women. And I know that sounds, you're like, okay, well, isn't there only two choices, men and women? But think about it. Back in the day, the men were the ones that were having more heart attacks because they were out there working so hard. Now the women are competing with that number. That's crazy. Okay. So Alzheimer's disease, it's the seventh leading cause of death in the world. Death. Alzheimer's? When people forget stuff? Oh my goodness. 50 to 70 million people are having sleeping problems. Guys, I just listened to a documentary, I think it was like 2 days ago, where it spoke about how important sleep is. And so many people are lacking in it because this is when our organs are rejuvenating. This is when our body is actually doing its healing process that God created. And so when we're not sleeping, when we think it's cool to stay up all night, it's not, because something's going on. Something is wrong with this picture. So we have to understand it's vitally important for us to catch our rest, to catch our Z's. You need to be sleeping. Okay, so the reality is raw and alarming. However, there are companies that are investing in research and development to create technologies which aim to solve the world's economic and health problems. And guess what? Sankey Global is definitely one of these companies. So you have Mr. Gerard Leonard. He's a futurist and a humanist. So this is an individual that literally looks at stuff and studies new technologies and the impact that they have on humankind for the last 25 years. So he looks ahead always, 25 years, what's going on. So let's see what he looked at and what he saw. Well, guess what? First of all, he started looking at the internet. Literally, the internet is like literally 20 something years old. And I say that because I remember being pregnant with my first child, and she's now 26. She just turned 26 in August. And I remember the internet. I remember AOL. I remember the CDs they were giving out for you to be able to connect. And remember the all that noise we'd hear for the internet. And I had to have a phone line. Now you don't even have to have a phone line and you have internet. Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen, things have come far. But as you go and you look at his scenarios, right, and you look at his technology founders, he comes down to nanotechnology. Well, guess what? It's circled because Sankey Global stands out when it comes to nanotechnology. That is one of the things that we have. We also have health extension of life, and all the way to the top, we have radical life extension. So we are constantly working at making sure that we can live as centenarians, be those individuals that live past 100 years old, as we call them here at Sankey, superhuman. So what is Sankey? I know you're like, well, Sankey, she keeps talking about Sankey. What is it? Well, first of all, San means respect and key for vital energy. National company of Japanese origin, founded in 2010, whose main objective is to improve the quality of life so you live longer in a healthy way through the best nutritional technology in the world. That's what Sankey is, okay? And our vision is to be the company which unites and guides more people in the world towards well-being. And that's from Mr. Alejandro Lopez Tello, our CEO and founder of Sankey Global. So our technological partner is Sankey Mayor, a nanobiotechnology laboratory in Japan, where all of our scientific studies are done and where all of our active ingredients are made. So they're literally shipped all the way from Japan to Mexico, where they're then packaged in our manufacturing plant and then shipped out worldwide to Peru, to Colombia, to the Bahamas, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, the UK, United States, shipped all over the world. Okay, so we're expanding. But where did it all begin? Well, in order to understand the secret of longevity, we had to set out and study the people who live more than 100 years. Who are they? The centenarians. And these centenarians, just there happens to be a huge population of persons over 100 years old in Okinawa, Japan. And so this is where he started, and this is what they were looking at. And I like to say that they reverse engineered it. They went in and they figured out, okay, why are they living so long? Why do they have such longevity? Why are they so full of life, so much vitality? Well, literally, guess what it was? It was in their gut. It was what they were eating. It was how they were eating. It was all to do with that. And I think that's simply amazing, because you're like, what? It literally has to, and it boils down to what you're eating. Okay. And I know sometimes persons will be like, well, that's what they say, but is it really? Yeah, no, it is really. It is really. Mava, I'm just making you co-host so you can let people in. But that's what they found. And in this investigation, they also discovered that the secret was in their microcirculation, like literally those vessels that are in our body. But now I'm going to just astound you. So, did you know? Did you know that the circulatory system is made up of a network of over 100,000 kilometers? Now, just imagine this. Then this always gets me. So you're going to imagine what 100 kilometers are. So this circulatory system is in our body. It's 100 kilometers long, and this can literally circle the earth 2.5 times. Isn't that amazing? That's a lot of circulatory system in our body. And so this always amazes me because I'm like, how does it all fit in? Because then I always wonder, how does our intestines fit in? Like, but that's another story for another day. But do you understand what I'm saying? Did you know that the circulatory system is in charge of the irrigation of blood and oxygen throughout your whole entire body, and the nutrients that get to the cells flow through this blood? Did you know that? And did you know that poor circulation causes cell inflammation? It also causes excess cellular oxidation, which simply means you're getting older faster. So you're wondering, well, why am I looking this way? What's going on? Why am I looking so old? Well, guess what? Poor circulation, oxidative stress, and then the low energy, the libido. Oh my God, everything's just you're feeling lethargic sometimes. And often it's because of poor circulation. So this causes almost all of our health problems, not having that circulation in our body. Okay. So in conclusion, if we improve your microcirculation, we improve your health and your longevity. So if I tell you that in Sankey, we're the only ones, you're hearing me right. We are the only ones. We are literally popping our collar and telling you we are the only ones to have an advanced and patented technology which improves microcirculation in minutes. And if I could tell you this, would you take it? Would you try it? And would you recommend it? Well, I know I would, and I do. I take it every single day. Okay. And the latest generation of nootrotics is advanced technology out of Japan, and it's called Balage. And this is absolutely going to shock you. But 80 plus clinics in Japan prescribe, not sell, prescribe this product. It cannot be sold the way I'm able to sell it to you now, or the person that brought you to this call is able to sell it, or someone just sending you a link to their website. No, it can't be sold like that in Japan. The clinics actually prescribe the Balage. And this is a 40-year-old formula that was researched, and all the innovation went into this one product. I mean, they did all their backgrounds, did everything they possibly can to make sure that this product was the creme de la creme of microcirculation. And it is a product without competition. There is no other product like it in the world. Listen, I remember, I've been traveling this past week, and of course you're getting on planes, you're sitting next to people. And now, nowadays people just think that C-19 has disappeared. It ain't there no more. So they just don't wear their masks. They don't care. So they'll cough. They don't have no mask on, and you sitting there, cringing. Guys, I felt my throat tickle me. Man, I opened up that Balage when I came home, and I put that to the back of my throat. I took 2 Balage down, and that was gone. Gone. I'm telling you, the power of this Balage that we have in our hands is simply amazing. Okay. So what does the Balage do? It protects your immune system. It improves microcirculation. It modulates gene expression. It inhibits inflammation. It helps your liver detoxification. It decreases the effects of aging. It reduces chronic inflammation and increases natural energy essential for your cells. So I'm going to show you a video about microcirculation. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see here. This is it right here. And this shows you the power of what we have here at Sankey Global.
As we have said, the circulatory system fulfills very important functions, so having good circulation is indispensable for our health. But how can we know the condition of our blood circulation? The only way to know it is to observe your microcirculation through your microcapillaries. That is to say, the smallest blood vessels in your body, to be able to determine how good your circulation is. For that purpose, there exists a unique Japanese technology which is so powerful that it allows one to observe micrometric spaces invisible to the human eye. And in that way, your blood flow in real time. This is a Japanese technology and it is called X-Crista. It is a microscanner capable of seeing the microcapillaries in a safe and non-invasive way. Here now, we will show you an example using an X-Crista microscanner to find out the blood flow of a person before and after consuming Belage. As you can see in this test, the first image shows the microcapillaries of a person that has not taken Belage, while in the second image, you can see the microcapillaries of the same person 20 minutes after having taken Belage. In order to know if there is good or poor microcirculation, we must take note of 3 elements. 1. That the form of the microcapillaries does not have deformities and are elongated. 2. That the amount of microcapillaries is abundant. And 3. That the blood flow is not slow. As you can see, the result and efficacy of the product on the body is impressive. Now, visualize if with 1 packet of Belage, you were able to see the surprising changes in only 20 minutes. Imagine what it will do to your body if you take it daily. Would you recommend it? Would you like to recover the biological health of your body? Would you like to be part of helping other people make changes in their lives? Even better, would you like to earn money by recommending it? If your answer is yes to these 4 questions, stick around to see how it is possible to do so.
So as you can see, guys, that is what the microcirculation looks like. And you see how that like moves? You could literally see the blood moving through the veins. I always think that is so fascinating, absolutely fascinating. So this is Dr. Behia Diaz. Our ingredients are the only ones in the world capable of acting on the inside cells of the mitochondria. The mitochondria, guys, is the energy houses of our cells. That's what fuels us. And, you know, even with a lot of viruses, that's the first thing that it targets. Even C19, that was the first thing that it targets is your mitochondria. So initially you become excessively tired when you got COVID-19. And, you know, Dr. Behia Diaz, when he did a webinar with us, he said that our Belage actually regenerates your mitochondria. And I had to go look up that word because I had a different meaning in my mind of it. And when I went and looked it up, it said, bring back to life. I was like, oh, that's deep. It literally brings back to life your mitochondria. In facts, not opinions. We have our research manuals to prove what we're saying. We're also in the specialized pharmacias that's down in Mexico. We have our certifications and endorsements, especially the BSCG, which is certified drug-free for all of those athletes out there that are saying, you know what, I heard you want to be superhuman. So how can I do that? Well, guess what? You can do it with drinking the Belage, and we have the BSCG stamp of approval that you can show your coaches because it's certified drug-free. We are an advanced delivery system, which is a patented formula. We are also kosher and gluten-free, okay? So that is why we are looking for entrepreneurial leaders like you to help us bring this technology to the world. And how are we going to do it? Well, with an intellectual distribution. Now sit back or sit forward and lean in and listen to what I'm talking about, because it's through a concept called a business model called network marketing, MLM. Yes, I know you just cringed your teeth and you said, you see, here we go. Listen. MLM and network marketing and direct sales is one of the industries that have made more first-time millionaires than any other in the world. One of my coaches that I follow and listen to and look to, Coach Stormy Wellington, makes $1.2 million from network marketing, from MLM, from direct sales. Are you hearing me? So this is an opportunity of distribution where, guess what? It's the easiest way to reach millions of people. It's zero risk to modeled for entrepreneurs, because you do not have to purchase a whole pile of inventory as you did in the past. You don't have to do all of that. And you have the support and all the resources of the company offers in this distribution concept. So to me, it is definitely something to look at. So how do I earn money? Well, by recommending the product, by creating a customer network, and by building a network of distributors which do the same. So it's literally a wash, rinse, repeat methodology. And once you get this going and get it synchronized, it can't stop. So you earn by building a network of distributors. And so it's something called pairs. So you earn weekly from the consumption by each pair of people in your network, regarding of who invited them and at whatever level deep. So it doesn't have to just be you doing all the work. It's you helping others do their work, to assist and serve other people to what they desire. And then you will automatically be served. So this is a possibility of what can happen. So we're going to imagine this right now. If you started with 4 persons and you assisted and aided those 4 persons to do the same as you, find 4 people. So now you have 16. So this can literally go levels and levels and levels and levels down. But in this example, we're only doing 6 levels down, doing the same thing over and over again. What is it? Wash, rinse, repeat. You get 4 people that are interested in doing such an amazing business model that then get 4 people to do the same. Then you're looking at that in this concept, you already have 5,400 persons in your team as distributors. And if each of them went and got 3 customers, you got 16,000 customers from just that in total. And that makes your network 21,000 people. And in this possibility, guess what? That gives you about 10,000 pairs, which works out to be about $43,000. Now, this is 100% effort. This is that individual that said, I'm all in, I'm doing this, I got this, I eat, breathe, sleep this. This is what I'm doing. This is my life. Now you might have that individual that says, I ain't that committed. I into this, I can do this, but I ain't that. But I'll do the 50%. Well, if you're interested in doing the 50% work, then it's about $21,000. But guess what? What if you're not able to even do the 50%, but you can at least do 10? Well, guess what? You can look at about $4,300 in this possibility and in this scenario. But if you're that individual that says, I am interested, I want to do it, but I'm not sure I'm that committed. I'm only being honest. So I can put in about 1% of the effort. If that's you, you can earn about an additional $436. So yes, any effort put in will bring out a reward, but you have to put it in. You got to put some effort in. So as Mr. Rockefeller always said, I prefer the efforts of 1% of efforts from 100 people rather than 100 efforts of percent of my own, which simply means if you had a field of 100 pieces of paper on the ground and someone told you that you had to clean it up, would you want to have to walk around that field to pick up those 100 pieces of paper? But if every time a person passed, if 100 people passed by, you said, can you pick up a piece of paper? And they did, guess what? The work would be done. So that's exactly what he means here. I prefer 1% effort from 100 people than 100% of my own effort. So furthermore, we have a career plan where you, the individual, can earn trips to Paris, trips to Japan. Listen, lifestyle bonuses. I'm talking you get the money to pay on whatever you want, your car note, your mortgage, food, groceries, whatever it is, it's a lifestyle bonus. Buy clothes, whatever, okay? And this is paid weekly. You can get paid weekly commission here at Sankly Global. And all this by reaching your objectives and those of your team. So like I said, to me, in network marketing, you're not serving yourself. You serve others to whatever their desires and dreams are, and automatically you will be dealt with. Does that make sense? As you serve others, you don't have to worry about you. And so to me, service is the key when you're doing MLM, network marketing, and direct sales, okay? So this is how you can get started. And I know you're looking and some persons are saying, oh, okay, I can do the 320. And then other persons are saying, no, can't do that. Well, we do have a unified pack, guys, that starts at about $170, where you get a Bellage and a Crenu and a free Bellage thrown in there as well. And it's still the business model. You can still do the business. You can still do everything that we just spoke about. And then if that's not you and you're saying, well, you know what, I have a lot of family members that I'd love to get on these products. Maybe I'm going to start with the executive pack so that each person can get a product system and start utilizing the products. And then we have those individuals, like I have a gentleman call me the other day and he's like, listen, Dr. Ruth Ann, I want the pro pack. And I was like, well, you can start with I want the pro pack. I want to start at the top pack. I want to have all of the products. I want to have them on hand. I'm going to go hard in the paint. I'm a shark in this business. I was like, okay, don't let me stop you. So we do have those individuals as well that, the pro pack is for them. And that's, you want to have product on hand at all times. And when your client says, I want it, you want to be able to give it to them. And so this is our offerings here with the different packages that we have to offer. So are you ready to start your business with Sankey? Are you ready to allow us to be a part of your dreams? It's literally that simple. So we create an unbreakable commitment with your dreams. And we want to say, welcome to Sankey Global from NC Miller, Gert Miller, and Mr. Alejandro Tello. And so which door do you choose, guys? Are you going to choose the closed door, the partially open door, or the door that's wide open, waiting for you, waiting to just give you everything and all your possibilities, as long as you're willing to give it to yourself? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So that is tonight's presentation. But I just want to share a short testimony for you guys. Let me just pull something up for you. I've been in Sankey for the past, since 2019, since November 2019. And it has definitely been a journey for me. But oftentimes people don't see your journey, so they just don't know. They're not aware. And so I just wanted to share with everybody. Let's see. I think this is it here. Let's see here. I think this is the first one. Okay. No, okay. No, not that one. This one here. No, this one here. Okay. So I just wanted to share with everybody my journey in Sankey, because unless you've seen it or lived it or been there, you don't know it. And you just don't get it. And when someone says something, you're like, yeah, whatever. So before Sankey, this was me trying to stand up. This is how it looked. And for those that don't know, I've not been able to walk since 2015. Okay. So this is before Sankey. And this would have been, I would say this is 2018. This is 2018, before Sankey, the late part of 2018. And this is kind of how it looked for me to stand.
On the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, God have mercy. I could hardly stand, guys. As you can see, I had to be lifted up to stand up. And so I started taking Sankey in November of 2019. I went full force December 2019. And I started with the Bellage and the Crenouille Fire and the Inner 7. I didn't start taking the Hasaki until I think January of 2020. But this would have been in February of 2020 when I told my daughter that I wanted to try to stand for the first time at home. And guys, it wasn't really a success, but it was better than someone lifting me. So I just want to share just the journey, because, sometimes people leave out the bad part. So I'm just going to show you a bad part, but this was the beginning of how it looked. I know it doesn't look like that hurt, but me hitting my head on her shoulder really hurt very, very much. But by the end of, this would have been by the end of, I would say this was the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021. This is how standing up looked for me, okay?
Through the 1,000 times again, and I'll rise up high like the waves, and you're standing straight, you're standing, your knees are locked now.
I did it. So I just wanted to show you the journey, because sometimes people they just don't know. They don't know your journey. So these are things that have happened to me where my core has gotten stronger, where my hands have gotten stronger, where, even to the point where my left eye, I lost my sight in my left eye in 2017, by the end of 2017. And so my eye had started to close down. And so this is the difference. Okay. So October 2019, okay, this is how my eye looked. And this is my eye February 2020. And now my eye is completely open. You actually can't tell the difference with my two eyes. And so I just wanted to share these things with you, so that everybody can see, what happens when you utilize some amazing supplements. And yes, Ma, but that's my daughter. That's my daughter singing. So I want to say to everybody, thank you so much for getting on. Let me drop the recording of tonight's thing into the chat if you want it, so that you can have it. It is on my YouTube channel, but here it is anyway. And I want to say, for those that were invited, please, please, please get back to the individual that brought you to this call. If you're on Facebook, just hit me up. If you're on YouTube, just drop a message and we'll get back to you. Somebody will respond to you so that you can get started with Sankey Global. And we're here to serve. And know that my name is Dr. Ruth Ann, and I love to serve persons. And I believe that service to humanity is service to God.